AL, we can't start the show without shouting out the sponsors. People
Yes, sir.
First off, we're going to start off with Bespoke, baby. Alkaline water. Make sure you cop that. Official tissue. Bespoke. Yo, don't spill that bottle to the top outfit now. Come on now.
My bad.
No. Who else?
I got to switch, man.
Who else?
Shout out to T-Mobile, who's just been consistent with us and building this relationship and this empire we're trying to build over here.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to City Legends. Get that apparel, City Legends events, City Legends hoops.
Big shout out to the Harlem Wizards who always show us love. Got that good content. Y'all need to check out that Wiz Fit. It's really popping.
Yes, sir. And we got one more on that. Something the kids like. Talk about it.
Amiri Clothing.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to you guys recognizing us, seeing us, and just trying to help this be what it is, man.
That's what it is, man. Thank you to all the sponsors.
Yes, sir.
E. Jones, bottom to the top hoops.
Your boy Black Elvis, we what? Back like we never left.
You heard? You heard? Yo. Big shout out to everybody that supports the show.
Yes,
Big shout out to you, always holding it down and getting that back end and that business, man.
Yes.
We're gonna get into the topic of the show, but I'm gonna throw you in the ocean.
Okay, come on, talk to me.
I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that people don't understand.
Okay.
With regards to doing this, right? You know, you see some of the shows that are internet-based shows. And a lot of them are independent.
Yes.
That have to go out and seek sponsorship, and people don't know what goes into this.
Absolutely.
The editing, the filming, the production side, the preparation, you know, trying to track down interviews. And over the last couple of months, man, we've been doing some back office stuff and just really trying to bring the show to another level.
Yes, definitely.
And obviously put ourselves in a position to further our brands and the brand of Bottom to the Top Hoops.
Absolutely.
So talk a little bit about that with, you know, what you've done with Decisions, also what we've done with Bottom to the Top Hoops, and some of the things people might not know that sometimes they don't even realize because they just see the finished product.
Absolutely. Well, pre-production is everything.
Yeah.
You know, for people who don't know, and if you're looking to get into production, pre-production is everything. The more prepared you are, the better your show comes off. Don't matter what you're doing.
Right. Now, you know, there's people who come aboard, and you know, there's people who've come with us, different television networks and outlets. And sometimes, I would say this, man, my advice is stay patient.
Yes.
Right? Stay hungry, stay diligent, but stay patient, because people have offered us some things to, and I'm grateful that people see us in the light that they would offer us stuff, but you know, it wasn't the right deals.
Yeah, it wasn't the right fit.
So guess what we back to doing? Back independent, you heard me? So anyway, man, hey, let's get to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking my old joint.
New logo alert! New logo alert!
I got the old logo.
It's still money.
Brandon,
Yeah.
Bottom to the Top Hoops. We got the gear out.
Got the new gear.
Yo, crispy sweatsuit, Bottom to the Top Hoops.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You look a slim and trim, huh?
I'm trying. You know, I'm trying. You know, do a little running, eating right.
There you go, man. There you go. Definitely that Bottom to the Top Hoops gear is going to be in full effect. But
yes, sir.
You know, it's that time of the year. NCAA tournament finished. We're into the NBA playoffs, and it's the height of basketball season and recruitment.
Absolutely.
And we are in the same place this year that we were last year.
Isn't that so?
With respect to COVID still having some lasting effects and some lingering effects of still affecting the high school kids.
Yes, definitely.
The prep kids, the JUCO kids.
Yes.
The lower levels, and schools are now, because the rule hasn't changed, I'm just going to expound on the rule. There was a rule instituted because of COVID and the NCAA not wanting to get lawsuits. So because COVID happened, they allowed the one-time transfer laterally, meaning you could transfer at any time and play right away, a one-time transfer. Whereas before, you had to sit out if you transfer from one school to the next. So now, with the exception if you had a hardship and they let you play right away. So no hardship needed, guys can So that portal's full of kids, and now, you know, the after effect is a lot of kids in a situation without homes or at places lower than the level they should be. So what have you heard with respect to how it's affecting kids?
Well, I mean, I go back to us being old school. You know, I don't care what nobody say. I'm sorry. I feel it's still running. Stay where you at. You committed. You know what I mean? Now, some kids, it doesn't fall for everybody though.
Okay.
Because some kids might be in a situation where they're in the ocean and they need to get up out.
Explain the ocean.
That means you're in the middle of the ocean, no lifeguard. You just you get it?
Yeah.
So you got some kids that really need the portal.
Right.
But majority of these kids, literally, I feel it's just like basically flipping a coin, man, or just like throwing it out there.
It becomes cachet.
Yeah, it's starting to become that now.
And to that point, it's the popular thing to do, right? It's the like, oh, I'm going to the portal. So I have a couple kids, you know, I won't name any names, who are walk-ons, and they were walk-ons at D1, and they're putting their name in the portal.
Wow, unbelievable.
Right? It's like,
but let me say this. You can confirm this for the viewers. If I'm a coach and one of my kids put his name in the portal, can you see he's in the portal?
yes.
Kids, so you better know if you're putting yourself in the portal, know you might be burning the bridge behind you. Just know that. Because a coach gonna say, oh really? I probably came down to pull you up. And now you got me looking crazy.
But at the end of the day, right, everybody has to confirm everything through their school anyway. So here's the truth of it. Like you said, to your point, which I thought was a good point, it is good for some kids, right? Some kids want a better situation. Some kids have played 4 years. So I'm gonna just take another step.
Okay.
The portal is not the same as the kids who've been given an extra year. The COVID year.
Yeah.
So the kids last year and the kids this year who were juniors, they got an extra year because of COVID. So essentially the COVID year doesn't count. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna be caught with the COVID year for at least 4 years until those freshmen are out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then everybody's at a clean slate.
Then they would start all over fresh.
Yeah. And we're not even past COVID yet.
No, the numbers are starting to spike again.
Be safe, people. Be safe, man.
That's all we can say, man.
Be safe. I feel good, though. I feel good to be back on the set and just sharing with the people. So we talked about what the challenges. What are some solutions? Give me the first one you think.
Solution for the portal. I would not even put my name in unless I know I'm in an ocean situation. And it's not, I don't even really feel it's for playing time, because you can leave one school, go on the portal, go to another school and be in the same situation. So that's definitely not a reason. You know, it's a crazy situation, man.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the basics. Hoop is hoop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're in a portal, I'm gonna say this. Hopefully it's a situation where you're being recruited up.
Yeah.
Because some people also don't choose to go to the portal. They're being pushed there by the university.
So
for the runoff.
Oh, so for the people, please explain that, because they don't know.
It's a runoff. So, you know, student athlete comes into the school. Your projections are that you're going to come in as a freshman, you know, earn quality minutes, be a contributor, be a rotational player, which means top 8. You don't fulfill those numbers, and essentially the school doesn't see your potential. Could be some off the court stuff. It could be some situations where too much communication from AAU coaches, parents, or you know, hangers on, and you're in a situation where your problems outweigh your talent.
Got it.
And when your problems outweigh your talent, you're out of here, pal.
You're in the ocean.
Yeah. So if you're in the portal or if you're being pushed to the portal, you got no choice. But if you're going in a situation where you need more, you feel like you can play at a higher level, there was a kid, his name is he played at Christ the King. So Tyson Walker. He was at Northeastern.
Okay.
He's killing at Northeastern.
Okay.
Transferred to Michigan State. Started at Michigan State. Tyson Walker been a hooper. He was like, yo, I'm going to Michigan State, I'm gonna get right.
Yeah.
Everybody's not a hooper.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
One thing that I've said, the more I have to advocate for you, which I don't mind, just know the less people see in your talent.
Yeah.
Because talent doesn't need speech.
Yeah.
All talent needs is talent, because the truth needs no support.
Yeah.
Right? If I can hoop, what do you need to talk to me? What do you need to talk about?
There's nothing to talk about.
Right? Like, put me on the court, let me go get my 25. Look, Obi Toppin. Right? You know, get his minutes, whatever the case may be. Julius Randle gets hurt. They throw him out there. You think Obi Toppin got 36 and 40 just because he was a lucky day? He been a hooper, he got his opportunity, and he went out there and he got to it.
And he got to it.
And that's what I'm saying to these kids are making excuses about, yo, this coach, and they didn't get opportunity, and we ain't playing in front of the right people. Get 40, get 50, go get 29 rebounds.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me
Yeah.
and the people around you about the things you don't have.
Yeah.
What did you do with what you have?
What you had, that's right.
So you know, because we always talk. I'm always caught in this dilemma.
Yeah.
Being the bad guy. Talk about the bad guy, man.
Well, the bad guy always see the truth. The bad guy gets thrown in the ocean because the other guy's looking like the good guy. You understand? At the end of the day. But the bad guy, let me tell you something, but every team or every crew has to have a bad guy, someone who's going to keep it real. And one thing I would like to talk about, this generation of basketball, they're not keeping it real with these kids, man. I don't really feel that. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm expounding on why I think I'm the bad guy.
Okay.
Because I have an obligation to the game of basketball, to be honest.
Tell the truth.
And in doing that, it may look like lack of support. It may look like hating. It may not look like a lack of belief. It may just look like, you know, I'm not on the kid's side. I'm on the side of basketball.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like I'm doing a kid a disservice if I don't give truth from my perspective. I'll put a caveat on it. I don't have all of the answers. I am not all-knowing, and I am not the absolute truth. I am just giving it to the prospective person from how I see it, because you're asking me for my help.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm going to give you my opinion, but before I give it, you know what I say?
What?
Understand, this has nothing to do with our personal relationship or how I feel about you.
And
This is just strictly basketball.
Yeah, but see, E, it's so sad when you deal with people who cannot separate, and this is a very important topic. So please be aware, because I have love for you as a person or as a student athlete, it doesn't take away from the relationship and love I have for you when I tell you the truth. And I think that's where the whole bad guy thing comes into play. You should embrace the person who's telling you the truth, because they're not allowing you to go down a blind alley. Now you can get back and say, let me get right, let me get right, let me get right. So then I can really be where I need to be.
Because they say great players want to be told the truth.
No?
Good players want to be coached. And so, to that point, I'm not going to change.
Yes. And you shouldn't.
From a perspective of giving my truth, if there's a way I can deliver it better, or if I could, be better to service the kids, then I'll do so. But the whole thing is, I want to help place kids where they belong.
Yeah.
And I've found that specifically this generation, there isn't a lot of reality. That
Great word.
reality in terms of matching talent with level.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if 7 people tell you you're D1, and those are reputable people who know the game and been around it, odds are you're a Division I player. But if you got one guy saying, no doubt you D1, but he's never been anywhere, she's never been anywhere, they haven't really been around the game, and then everybody else is like, I don't know, or they don't want to be honest with you. And that's what puts me in a predicament, because I go and tell the kid, yo, listen, this is the truth. And then 4 other people are scared to tell those kids and that parent the truth. And then I look like the person who's just,
well, that's a hater. And there's no hate.
I don't have a hating bone in my body, so maybe I'm on a soapbox. maybe I needed to get that off my chest.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm helping somebody.
Yeah, you are. And for the record, how do you really truly feel, your personal opinion about the portal?
I think that there is some benefit, but I think that there is definitely a lot of challenges. So I'm Switzerland, I'm right in the middle.
Gotcha.
But I would say that there's some things that can be done to combat the portal.
Okay.
Right? I think that there's additional scholarships that should be opened up.
Okay.
Right? There should be some correlation between the NCAA and some reputable prep schools.
Yeah, definitely.
About, you know what I mean? Kids being able to do a prep year and having a caveat year, or having freshmen come in and enroll but not be eligible and not have their red shirt year counted against them. Yeah. So essentially you might get 6 at college, or you get a red shirt year and then you get 5 to play 4.
Yeah.
Just so if a school wants to take a kid, but they really like you, but they're out of scholarships, maybe you hold 3 over, right?
Yeah.
Red shirt a kid, and then the kid is still in the system and you get to take, but those red shirts are only held for high school kids.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe high school and prep.
Okay.
Or maybe 2 high school prep, 1 JUCO. You know what I mean? Just something to even out the playing field. But those kids, if you take that scholarship, let's call it, if you wanted the portal kids, understand you can't play right away. So there's a gift and a curse of it. Like, you want to accept this portal scholarship, or you want to go to this D2 and play right away. There's got to be some give and take, right? You want to be D1, you got to wait.
You got to wait, no doubt.
Because you don't want the coaches to be penalized either, because they saying portal. I talk to coaches every day. They're like, hey, respect to all those high school kids you got, those prep kids. I'm probably sure they talented. I'm like, yo, did you watch that video? Yeah, he looks good. I'm like, you think he can shoot? Yeah, he got a great post game. I'm like, he's a point guard. What you talking about? They ain't never watched that video the first. They in the portal, and I ain't mad at them. But at the end of the day, that's where they're living right now.
Got it.
And it's not just D1.
Yeah.
D2 guys, NAI guys, everybody's, as we talked about on previous shows, everybody's recruiting up.
Everybody wants to recruit up.
If you don't, you're not going to keep your job.
Straight up.
Right? And
Straight up.
And if you want somebody to tell you the truth, just hire Elvis Blount. Yo, every school needs a heavy. Yo, they had 4 points last game. He played 29 minutes.
Talk about D1. If you go sit down and go work on your jump shot or your handle, get out there.
Like my man's in the beauty was like,
yeah, man.
Nah, but in all truth and honesty, I think there's something to be said for young men and women who can surround themselves with people who are going to give them perspective, truth, and also give them solutions, right? I'll tell a kid, if it's April, it's hard.
Yeah.
But if it's September and you D2, you could become a Division I player by April, but you got to put an inordinate amount of work matched with an exceptional amount of production, and you have to have some timing, and you have to have some opportunity. So those things, when they all meet, you can have a good outcome, because I've seen kids, change their trajectory.
Give it to them one more time.
timing, opportunity, work, and production.
Got it?
I almost didn't remember that. I almost didn't remember that, but I got to it. But yeah, man, I think if you do those things, you can definitely, raise your level up. Possible. I don't know how probable, but definitely possible.
Let me just give this opinion. When I look at the portal, if I'm an underclassman, meaning I'm coming out of high school or like I'm a freshman or sophomore, I do have to deal with the reality that there's going to be some seniors in there. So the odds is really against me going into the portal if I'm an underclassman.
It depends.
Unless I'm a killer.
It depends on what your production is.
Got it.
Right? It depends on what the school is looking for.
What they need, what
I had 3 coaches call me today and say, I'm looking for a 5-man. So is everybody else.
Yeah, everybody's looking
right
for
now,
a big.
BD.
Everybody's looking for a big. Get out of here.
Right. But some people will call for a wingman, and I get these random calls from these schools in different parts of the country, and I don't have kids who fit that bill. Because what I won't do is I won't push a kid who doesn't fit a level to a coach because I can't call that coach anymore. Right? I'm selling red magic.
Got it.
But I'll then call somebody who I know who has a kid who fits that description and try to help somebody else's kid. Because I know you got a big and he's looking and he fits what this coach is looking for over there. You know what I mean? Throw that assist. Might come back. Who knows? You know what I mean? But that's definitely going to grow.
One thing I definitely want to do, I want to give a big shout out and a rest in peace to my boy Jason Ford, man. PSA Cardinals, man. That was a major loss to the basketball community. I knew him personally. Great dude. Very sincere when it came to really helping these kids, and he deserves us to really shout him out, man, because he did a lot of great things, man. And big shout out to PSA and Luncheon. I just hope they can just keep that program on the same level. You know what I mean? Because Jason was that behind the scene guy that was really putting things together, man. So I just, kudos to y'all, man. Keep it going, man.
Yeah, man. I definitely want to echo those sentiments and a couple of things. First of all, Jason got me into innovations where I was doing work with the schools. So I'm forever grateful for that, to be able to foster those relationships. So Jason was here on the show with us with Munch. Big shout out to Munch. And, we always keeping you in our thoughts and prayers, as well as the Ford family. A couple of things that come to mind when I think of Jason: integrity, love for the game, and a very high level of intelligence.
Absolutely.
He could think and articulate with the best of them.
Yeah, definitely.
And he exuded class and patience.
Yes, definitely.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw one more in there, man, because you spoke to the words behind the scenes, and that speaks to humility. And when you meet those kind of people, their ego walks behind them.
Yeah.
And Jason was one of those people who definitely embodied that, and I miss him as a friend, and we miss him in the basketball community. So may he forever rest in peace.
Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace, man. God bless you.
So with that being said, man, we got another one in the books.
Another one under the books, brother.
Big shout out to the team: Jerry Ice, D. Jones, the whole City Legends team, bottom to the top hoops. Who you shouting out?
Big shout out to the team. Like you said, shout out to Kai, shout out to Darnell, shout out to Lucy, shout out to Sean Black, and everybody who supports Point Blank. Because there's no us without you.
And who gets the last shot?
The guy upstairs who woke us up this morning and get us home safe at night.